March. Time is ticking, ticking, ticking. Hopefully, we are making some progress and getting some things done. I mean, I know it's not easy when you're trying to stay on task with everything, and but it's always worth it when you're doing things to better yourself and better your life. I feel good. I really, really do. But I made it so purposeful for me to jump in and start doing things with myself and with my life. Like last year, like maybe like in June, I started. I started like cracking down on some happy on some New Year's resolutions and goals and challenges and things that I wanted to face, and I'm so glad that I did because now I am adapting to new progress and new changes, and all the things that I really want my life to look like. It's like those things are like rolling, and that's what you want, and that's why I thought it was important. I'm like, well, let's just try something new. So I started a challenge called the Happy New You Challenge in June, maybe June. I want to say June of 2022. And now when I look at myself and some of the things that I'm doing now on a regular basis, I'm like, wow, I'm so glad that I started doing it in June. I tried to like put it out there and be like, I was like, Happy New You, everyone. And I don't know who jumped in my Happy New You challenge and who didn't, but it's not too late. And if you want to see a difference and some results in the things that you are doing, with your life, then I suggest you just go ahead and jump right in and just start doing something new so you can begin to see some results. But like I said, I'm not even going to be on long, so I might stay on for like a half an hour or something like that. But y'all know I can talk. I will sit here and run my mouth. I am willing to kind of, get some suggestions from you guys if it is something that, you or someone that is struggling in, and, it's just something that I haven't gotten into yet or talked about, and you were hoping that I kind of like, talk about something, and you don't have to, even if you don't put it in the chats, even if you want to message me personally and say, well, can you touch on this a little bit, speak on this, or just point something out, and you know uh bring it to my attention. I am more than willing to just dig right into it. I love all of this. I do the research, I look into things. I am like on a everyday, all day quest for knowledge and understanding and wisdom, and God is so good. He is like bringing back things, from my past that he allowed to happen for whatever, for this purpose. I was getting ready to say for whatever reason, but it's not even for whatever reason, because sometimes when we are in the midst of things, we don't understand why certain things are happening. But I'm telling you, like, God is a God of strategy. He knows what he is doing. So that's why I try not to get in the habit of questioning him and his ways, and the way that he decides to handle certain things and certain people in certain situations. I just let God be God. So good morning and happy Friday to everyone. Good morning, happy Friday. um if I catch this later, I will take your suggestions, or, say, well, hey, can you talk about this? But I was just going through my videos yesterday, and I was looking at a video that I made about maybe 5 months ago on my YouTube channel, and it was about the truth. It was about telling the truth about the truth. And the truth is one of the hardest things. Like, people don't like the truth. People, I mean, now in today's society, it's a little different. You know, this generation is, and I guess each generation is different. I guess my generation is much different from the generation previous to good morning, sister. I see my sis just jumped on Instagram. Good morning, beautiful. I love you so much. So I am just taking some questions or suggestions, or if there's anything that you guys want me to talk about this morning. I didn't prepare notes. I'm just here, to talk to y'all. So I'm not going to be here long. I do have to move on with my day, but that is just the sole purpose of this video. So we'll see how far we go with it, but we are celebrating this Friday. I always wake up in celebration mode because that's what it is. I am so grateful. I'm grateful to God for waking me up this morning. I'm grateful for him allowing me to make it through this week. I'm grateful for just yesterday. I'm grateful for today already, and the day is just beginning. The day is just getting started, but I am going to have an amazing day. I'm gonna speak that over my life already. But I was talking about the truth, and I was talking about how hard it is for us to face the truth, some truths about ourselves. And people hate the truth. people hate the truth. And it is something about this generation that is way different from my generation. And, like I said, I know each generation is different, and I'm not here to, to judge anyone. All I'm saying is it is different. Everything is not going to look the same. Everyone is not going to look the same. We are not going to be able to handle things the same. I think this generation is a little off the hook. I mean, y'all is out of control. I don't know what's wrong with these kids. But they probably said the same thing about us when we was coming up. But I don't know, is it getting worse or is it just me? But anyway, in this microwave society, especially with all of this technology and iPhones and TikTok and all this kind of stuff, people just don't have time for what's really real anymore, because we so focused on other people's life. We'll be on social media so mesmerized in everybody else's life that we are losing sight on bettering our own, because we just looking at all the things that we see. And I mean, sometimes I question when I look at people on social media. I question what is going on the inside, because it might look fancy and beautiful and stuff like that on the outside, but what does it really look like on the inside? And we don't talk about the things that are most important. We don't talk about love. We don't talk about peace. We don't talk about hope. We don't talk about generational wealth and all of those things. We don't want our kids to struggle, the way that a lot of people I know, I don't know where you from or who but where I'm from, and the people that I know, we were not fed with a silver spoon. We had to work hard. We stood in the welfare line and ate government cheese and all that kind of stuff. And it was hard. It was hard. And my life is a little better for me and my children now, and that's just because I want it to be. But how often do we choose to have a better life for ourselves? And that is not just only financial. I'm very proud of my kids on different levels because of where they are spiritually, and and different things like that, or how they are growing spiritually. And that's important. The things that money cannot buy is very, very, very important. So we don't want to be truthful with ourselves about things like that. I posted a meme on my YouTube channel, and it said, I think it was from a very wise man, back in the 1800s or something like that. And he said, no one is hated more than more than the one that tells the truth. And as I grow older, I got so many views and likes and comments and all that when I posted that on my YouTube channel. And I was like, wow, you know, sometimes I feel like I'm hated because I'm a very truthful person. You know, if I wasn't so open and honest and blunt and, you know, just truthful with who I am and what I see, and, you know, somebody show you the color green and try to say it's red, and I'm the type of person to be like, no. You know, I see things for what they are, and we allow ourselves to be fooled nowadays way too often. You know, we allow ourselves to just be fooled by things that are just not real. Like 99.9 of the things that we see on social media, it's just not real. Like, people just be faking the funk most of the time. People be acting like something that they are not. And or, you know, of course we don't want to get on here talking about our personal business, but we talk about all the glitter and the glam and the glitz and the gold, but we don't talk about the struggle and the, you know, all of this kind of stuff. We need each other's advice, you know, for our struggling parents out here. We need to be transparent about the 16-year-old who neck we want to just wrap our hands around. You know, let's just be honest. But we don't get on social media and talk about that. You know, some of us just go through behind closed doors, because on social media is one life, and then off social media it's another life. So, you know, that's what I was talking about in one of my videos, and I appreciated that video because I named it "The Truth About the Truth," you know, and it was just like right like it is. You know, I was talking about how you know, certain people I know came to realize some truths about themselves after years and years and years of struggling and losing things and going through so many things that they had to go through. And now you want to admit some truths about yourself. In all reality, I saw what was real. You know, thank God that he took the wool off of my eyes and allowed me to see things for what they were. But why did you have to lose everything to realize some truths about yourself? And we are human. We fall short. We make mistakes. We never hit the mark. You know, we got to continue to try and try and try for us to you know, live the life that we want to live and be successful at the things that we want to be successful at. But this is your life that we are talking about here. You never want to give up on your life and on yourself and your goals and your futures and the things that you see for yourself. And just because you missed that first try, that don't mean don't try again. Like, we gotta keep trying, you know. So that was my little bit about the truth about the truth. So I will have some messages prepared when I come back to you guys on next week. I don't know who might jump in and see this message later, but happy Friday. I'm not going to take up too much of you guys' time. Like I said, I am willing to you know, answer some questions. I mean, some of y'all, you know, y'all be asking me questions in my inbox, and, you know, be wanting advice and stuff like that. So now is the time, because I am in the process of setting up my oh my gosh, my website. So I've been working on this website for so long, trying to formulate it and put all the links to my books on there, and, you know, just show you guys some of the things that I am doing. And I'm going to add slots in there of time where, you know, if you want to talk about some things, and you can reserve time, you know, to talk to me about, you know, things that are troubling you, or something that you think I may be able to help you guys out with, or suggestion boxes, like, can you talk about this, or I'm waiting for you to do a video on this topic. Like, this is all life lessons. Like, it's never going to grow old. Like, so don't wait for it to grow old. Like, life doesn't grow old. It is a constant learning process. It is repetitive. So, you might hear me saying some of the same things over and over and over again, because life is repetitive and human beings can be resistant. Like, sometimes you gotta knock on our cranium for us to even get the message, or for us to even be willing to accept the message. That's me. Like, some messages, some things I read over and over and over again. Some things I listen to over and over and over again. Some things I repeat over and over and over again. And it doesn't, sometimes it doesn't take until like that fifth or sixth time, like, oh, like, like, that's why I was talking about my Happy New You challenge that I started in early June of last year, because I'm literally beginning to see results, from me starting on some goals and challenges, like from 6 months ago. Like, I'm just starting to get it, as far as everything, my health. I'm so glad that I started focusing more on, my health and getting my body in shape. I was working out a lot, and, incorporating more healthier foods into my diet and stuff like that. But I wasn't really too much in the habit of getting in shape the way that I'm getting in shape now. So I'm so glad that I started focusing on being in shape more, because this is something that I always wanted for so many years. Like, of course you want to lose the weight. I had a lot of excess weight on me, and I'm a tall woman. I'm 5'7.5". And when I gain weight, you don't necessarily see it. It don't look terrible, because I am tall, but I felt it in my hips and in my knees, and I'm like, no, this ain't it. This ain't it. Like, I'm hurting and I'm aching, and I just did not like that. So, I started learning how to maintain the weight and get the extra pounds off. But being as though I started this challenge, I was talking about incorporating different exercises in my weekly workouts. And I have such a great team at the YMCA where I work out at, because a lot of the personal trainers, they just like, they add extra weights and they put me to the challenge, and they teach me things that I never knew. And like, it's just so good to have a team of people who really has your best interest at heart. So, I can't even act like, I just jumped out and did all of this on my own. It did take a lot of willpower. If I wasn't willing to say, well, go ahead, throw that extra 5 or 10 pounds on there, then, or willing to even show up at the gym. So, you have to be willing and ready and able. And I know some people are not even willing to take that first step, or they might take the first step, but they don't want to take the second step. And I'm telling you, it's not easy. It's a process. You have to get it used to a lifestyle change if you want things to change in your life, if you want things to look different. You have to begin to do things. You have to be consistent. You have to be willing to put yourself to the challenge. You have to be willing to do the hard things first, or get some of the hard things out the way, or just do all the easy things. Start doing all the small easy things, like however you want to do it. Like, I'm gonna do this one big hard thing, or I'm just gonna do these bunch of small easy things. It don't matter how you do it. You just have to be willing to get up, jump out there, and start doing it. Financial literacy, emotional health, spiritual health. I am sharpening myself up in so many different ways. And if I would have said, I'm going to wait until January to do it, I would not have made as much progress as I made right now. And I know for a fact that I wouldn't have. I know some people, I have someone, the new year was coming in, I saw a lot of people say, well, I can't wait till January till I start doing this. And I'm like we have to do it before January. And a lot of people post that I'm not doing anything. I'm not setting goals. I'm not setting resolutions. A bunch of people set resolutions and they don't stick to them, or they never even start them. They don't follow through with them and stuff like that. And that's why it is important to start these lifestyle changes before the new year even comes in. It depends on what you want your life to look like. This is all for you. Like, so I'm one person. I started doing my goal challenge, and I was setting goals. I was setting weekly goals. Then I started setting daily goals, but it wasn't easy, and I wasn't perfect at it, and I just didn't jump right into it like a goal master. I had to be creative and listen to different very successful people who have already done these type of things, and I had to be creative and try it different ways. And right now I am very pleased, and I love the way that I am going along with setting my goals. I'm making plans for myself. I'm setting goals for myself. And when I look at it, I am knocking stuff off like one by one. I'm making progress. I am setting I'm setting schedules for myself. Like, even on my off time, I schedule myself to do this. I schedule myself no social media time, reading time, just stuff like that. And, this is what you have to do for yourself. You have to be disciplined. And if I have not started these things last year, it wouldn't even feel good right now. I would feel alienated right now. I would feel out of my comfort zone right now, but I don't. It feels good for me to be setting these things into place for myself, and it's allowing me to grow, to elevate, and to move forward. If you had a job, which a lot of us, we got a job, and we got to go to work, punch the clock, do what we got to do to pay our bills or whatever. But when that man say, what your schedule say, what time you got to be to work, that's what time you going to be there. Like you going to do what somebody else tell you to do, when and how they tell you to do it. So why you can't set these things up for yourself? Like, why you can't set different things up for yourself is personal growth, for personal development, and things that you want to do for yourself on a personal level, so you can see yourself growing in different ways, not just with employment. I'm not knocking employment, saying there's anything wrong with employment or anything like that. All I'm saying is, on your off time, what are you doing? On your downtime, or what are you doing to grow yourself personally that is going to help you in a major way moving forward, for you in your future? So I'm so glad that God just gave me the strength and the willpower and the ability to start doing a lot of different things to better myself, because I am reaping the fruits of it, and I know this is just the beginning. And for anyone who aspires to do better for themselves, like I said, it's not too late. Any kind of changes or anything that you want to do for your life to look the way that you want it to look for you in your future moving forward, I suggest you to start doing it now. Life is about change. It's about elevation. It's about us progressing and moving forward and moving higher and seeing things different, because it's going to change. It is definitely going to change. In some people's lives, it changes in the worst way, like drastically. It goes from, you think it's bad now, it can be worse tomorrow. You don't want to sit around and complain and to not do the things that are necessary for you to look forward to a better life. So even though I didn't prepare any notes for you guys today, I knew I was just going to get on here and just jump right on in, even if no one had any questions or suggestions for me this morning. That was the purpose of today. It was for questions or suggestions. And you know, like I said, I don't do this often, but today I was just willing to jump on and try to, you know, kind of get some feedback or suggestions, or if there's anything that anyone wants to talk about or wants me to talk about, or, you know, just any kind of concerns or struggles. I ain't asking you to put your business out there, or, you know, I mean, if some people may disagree with some of the things that I get on here talking about and teaching or whatever, you know, not saying that I won't be open to the things that you have to say, you know, constructive criticism, like it is what it is. But I will by all means continue to allow the Lord to use me, you know, for the things that he wants to use me for. And you know, I mean, I got a job to do and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Like, you know, it is what it is. I am not here by accident, or, you know, just by chance, or this is not just something that I stumbled across. I believe that I am here on assignment and I have to fulfill my duties of what I am here to do. So that is it, y'all. I'm going here to wrap it up. I have a whole Friday planned ahead of me, and I am just grateful for you all. I want to thank everyone who takes time out to view and comment, and the inspiring, encouraging words and all of that. I am so grateful for it all. I appreciate it all. You don't know how much that means to me when you guys just jump on, and, you know, even if it's just a good morning, or, you know, y'all be hyping me up. You know, I see a little comments scrolling across the screen every now and then, and you know, I'm just so grateful that it is having an impact on some people. You know, I am just grateful, and it encouraged me. That alone encourages me to continue to do what God has me doing. So that is it, you guys. Happy Friday. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel. That is True Value, Knowing Your Worth on YouTube. Go to Amazon and check out some of my books. True Value, Knowing Your Worth, Walking Treasure, Discovering Your Hidden Treasures, and Feed Your Soul, Your Personal Goal, Your Personal Guide to Health and Wellness. That is my third book. My fourth book will be out soon. I am so excited. I am still putting the finishing touches on Religiously, a closer look into spirituality and religion. Oh my goodness, I am having a good time just writing this book. Like, I'm just sitting here like on the edge of my seat, exhausted. Sometimes when I start working on that book, 2 or 3 hours have gone past and I don't even realize that I had my face in that computer that long working on that book. So I can't wait to finish editing it and get it all published, and it will be available soon as well on Amazon Kindle version if you like to listen electronically, or you know, or if you want a paperback book, if you want me to sign it. You know, I look forward to having all 5 of my books. I have one more book that I'm going to write after I get done writing Religiously, and I'm going to have a book signing, and I'm looking forward to, like, you know, doing so many big things coming up for myself and for my future, and I'm getting closer. This is why we have to continue to work on ourselves, because in my downtime, when y'all don't see me, you know, this is the things that I am doing behind the scenes. So it is all working out, y'all. So I will be praying for y'all. I want y'all to go out here and have the most blessed and beautiful Friday that you ever had in your entire life. Like, listen, God woke you up this morning. He woke you up for a reason. You have purpose. He woke you up for a reason. I mean, some people laid down last night, did not get up this morning. So I am always grateful for every day that God opens my eyes in the morning. So count your blessings. We not going to complain today. This is no complaining Friday. We're going to be grateful today. We're going to count our blessings. And despite of any and everything that is going on around us, we are going to choose to have an amazing Friday. All right? So I want y'all to repeat after me. Today is going to be the best Friday I ever had in my entire life. And I want you to continue to say that even when, somebody try to get on your nerves or deter you from having an amazing Friday. I want you to choose in your own mind, even if you don't tell nobody, you say to yourself, I decided in my mind that today is going to be the best Friday I ever had in my life, and watch that happen for you. Speak those things over yourself. Think it in your mind. The word of God says a man is as he thinks in his own mind. Think all positive things about yourself in your mind. Speak positive things over yourself, over your children, over your grandchildren, over your nieces, over your nephews. I don't care who it is, but make it what you want it to be, not what people want it to be. Don't let nobody get on your nerves just because they feel like getting on your nerves, because not today, not even tomorrow. But that's a story, that's another message for another day. But for today, we gonna have a good Friday. It's already done. So I love you guys. God bless you. Y'all continue to look out for more motivational messages. I will be back Wednesday with another message. So in the meantime, you guys continue to stay blessed.